Go, but in this tutorial we're going to use some fitting text to path method. So our objective here is to recreate this log. I've done this in in Corel Draw. So what we're going to do here is we're going to redraw this one step by step. Okay, so first what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna duplicate this one because that's our main image for the logo here. Okay, so as you can see, I created this circle. So those are two circles, right? One, this one, and then the outer one. So okay, go to your circle tool and then click on, hold the control button to make it a perfect circle. So I'm okay with this one. I'll just set it, and then we'll fix that later. Okay, so now the first thing that we have to do is we have to type in Corel Draw tips text. So Corel Draw uh, tips. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna make it close to the size of this one. Okay, okay, so now I'll choose the font. Okay, but as you can see, not all the fonts are the same, right? Some have different font style. So that's really easy to change in Corel. So you just highlight the font, the text that you want to change the font, and I'll say narrow, and I'll make it bold. Okay, for that one, and then this one too. Okay, so highlight it, and then I go to narrow and then bold. Okay. Okay, so now we'll just color that later. Actually, we can color that now. So in here, in order to color, we want to color just the draw one, right? So we go to my text tool and then highlight it, and I'll just choose the color that I chose. Okay, we might not be able to get that exact color, but what I'll do, I'll just go edit, copy properties from, and I'll just copy the fill and then click OK and go this way. Okay, okay, like, and then this one I'll just make it black. Okay, okay, so black. Okay, and this one also to be black. Okay, so there we go. Now let's go this way here. So now the trick that we're gonna do is fitting this text to this path here, the circle. So you go text, fit text to path, and then which path? We're going to this path here. Okay, there. And then once there's a red, red in the center, that means to say it's in the center of the circle. So just let's compare the two. Okay, now if you can see, there is an offset distance between the circle and, see this one, and the text. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to click on this one, and in here it says the horizontal offset, okay, in the property bar here. So what you do is you just, sorry, okay, okay, you increase it. Okay, actually we need the vertical. We need the distance between paths. Sorry, it should be distance from path. So I'll make that higher, 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 higher. Okay, now if it's not in the center anymore, if you can see that red, there's a red box there, or yeah, square, you just move it and it goes back to the center. Okay, now that's fine. And then, okay, now we'll do the second one. Okay, I'll type in making graphics fun. Okay, and then I'll make it bigger. I'm not sure what font did I use here, but anyway, okay, so I think it's Arial, narrow, bold. Okay, no, not really quite. Well, it's just Arial. Okay, so we're gonna put this into this path again. So you go text, fit text to path. Okay, and I'll just move it that way. Okay, now the problem is it's a different orientation, so what you do is you go to your mirror horizontal and then you go vertical. Okay, so mirror horizontal and then vertical. Check the property bar and you can see that one. And then now the distance, I could just move it away from the circle and just go to the center, and that's it. Okay, now I have the text there now. Now in order to separate the path, which is this one, you go to arrange and break compound objects of three elements apart. Okay, so it means to say that, okay, the path is separate now from the text. See, I move that one. Okay, so now okay, so I'll do this one. I'll put my name in there, so I'll just type in Alex Calvez. Okay, I'll just make it bold. Okay, and then I'll make a box, rectangular box. Oh, I'll remove this. Okay, and then I go here to my shape tool. Okay, and not sure what gray I used there. I'll put that to back, and then I'll remove the outline, and then I'll make this white. Okay, I have to put by Alex Galvez. Okay, so I'll type in by here. Okay, okay, and then I'll just move it somewhere here. Okay, I'll move it to the front, so arrange order to front. Okay, there it is. Okay, now I've got that one. Okay, now I'm gonna make another circle. Okay, the outer circle. So I just roughly made a circle by holding control, right? And then, okay, now in order to make this center to the center circle, I click on the outer circle, right? And then I hit shift, I hold shift and choose the center circle. Okay, and then type in C E. C is horizontal, yeah, centering horizontal, and E is for vertical, so CE. Okay, now it's not quite there, so I'll make it bigger. There, it's smaller a bit. There you go. Now, okay, so I'll make it bigger a bit. Okay, so I think that's good. Now the only thing I have to do now is to click on this one, the outer circle, and then hold shift and click on the center circle, and I'm gonna combine that one, because in combining that I can make a fill, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to copy the properties of the one I just did. Copy properties from fill, outline, outline pen, and click OK and choose this one. Okay, now if you notice it's a different shade, that's because I put a transparency. So click on interactive transparency and click on uniform. There. Now the only thing I have to do here is to make this put a white outline. So I go to my outline tool, go to the first one. Okay, I make the outline 8 points and then make it white, behind fill, and then click OK, and there you go. And then we can just make a circle here. I'll just copy the properties of the one I just did. Click on that one there, and then I'll duplicate by hitting the plus sign and moving this over here, and there you go. So just delete this one, and that ends my tutorial.